Hey, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mama? It's right home, Mama. This dinner was dry. Hi, Mom. Hey, boy. I figured so bad. Sorry, come on, sorry, how green it is. Hey, today. Mama dog, she's over there in the doghouse. Baby girl's over here chewing on my shoe. Baby girl, hey, say hi to everybody. What say hi to everybody? Hi. She's a good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. My baby. Oh, but it's really pretty out. Yeah, and blue.
You're seeing it here. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I am here to review, well, I shouldn't say review, I would say continue on this path of showing Candace's videos that have been placed on her YouTube channel. If you want to find this one, this video is the one that is marked 1 hour. Let me show you so you know which one I am watching. Let me send this to you. Welcome on in, you guys, and happy Monday. Monday fun day, right? Um, things are getting hot in the kitchen over at missing children's cases, and it's getting even hotter for those that are covering this shit up. And for those that think it's really fucking hilarious, right? Because obviously you are using these missing children's cases as a vehicle to make money. This is where you could find this actual video. It's the one on Candace's YouTube channel that is 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 29 seconds. As we all know, the one that she deleted was not this one. I know why she deleted it, because what we revealed and what I showed you, they couldn't handle it being up there. Because what I showed you inside the videos, go back to yesterday's video, is information that they cannot handle being shown. They just cannot handle it. So what did they do? They decided to call it, Humane Society, and they had to take it down because there were chains in her video. Not this one, a different one. But guess what, folks? There are chains in every fucking video that Candace has. There were chains in every video that we saw of Summer Moon Wells on her property by this tree that you're looking at. This tree. I showed the chains 2021, June 15th. No one gave a shit. I sent information into Humane Society 2021. No one gave a shit. I showed you guys many times the chains and what they were doing to these dogs. No one gave a shit. You're telling me all of a sudden they gave a shit over one video that is under 10 minutes? I do want you to notice the channels that are backing that shit up, that are backing up such an idiotic conversation as saying, oh, she took down that video because she had a dog on a chain. Really? Really? A dog on a chain. I've shown you kids on chains. I've shown you kids being hurt with chains. I've shown you dogs beaten up with chains. All within the area of the missing children. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit. One video they decide to take down because there's a dog walking past a tree, which happens to be Summer Moon Wells' tree, attached to a chain. FYI, folks, we've been looking at that shit for over 3 years. So you cannot pull the cover over our heads. You can't put us in darkness thinking that we're going to think that, oh, okay, well, they called Humane Society and that's why they took it down, WCIA Network. They didn't take it down because you said anything. It's because of the dog on a chain. That is the most ignorant comment that someone can make that has been following the Summer Moon Wells case since June 15th has followed any of these cases. Every video shows the same thing. So before you make a comment and then come in here and make a rude comment and put your thumbs down because I'm telling you you're wrong, do your homework. Y'all have to do your homework. We're not here to do your homework for you. This is an interactive channel. I put something out, you give something back. We trust each other here. We're a family here. The people that have been here since the beginning. So there are over 800 videos you could look at if you give a shit. It's like coming in and bullying someone who is a different religion, who's a different background than you without knowing anything about that person. That's bullying. That's being mean. That's teaching what everyone is doing in this world. You're being the teacher to that. So congratulations to those that are doing that. Way to go. What you're looking at is a whole different video than what she took down. Every one of her videos has this in it. So why isn't she taking the rest of them down? All of these. This is her channel. Mind you, that, those that don't know, this is the mother of Summer Moon Wells. The video that was taken down is no longer on here. The videos that I'm showing today are the one that's 8 minutes and 38 seconds. The ones it is 1 hour, 40 minutes and 30 seconds. The one that is 38 minutes and 53 seconds. They all have chained up dogs. All of them. So it's a bunch of crock of shit that Humane Society decided to take that down. Crock of shit. Look in front of you. Really look at this dog. There are things called deepfake. I have shown videos, you guys, in the past that I said these dogs are ripping apart people and they're ripping apart kids. You don't have to believe it. It's horrifying to even say. It actually sounds stupid for me to say it because it sounds so ridiculous that would happen, right? These videos with these chains, if the law enforcement would take one moment to pull this shit apart, you would see the most horrific information lying beneath the deep fake that you already know is true. What I'm telling you is it's being placed on YouTube channels, TikTok videos, and it is being hidden beneath the deep fake. But don't come up here and give us a whole crock of bullshit because we smell it from so far away. We have been doing this for a very long time. See this dog? See what's going on here? They're getting away with it. This chain, these dogs. Candace, you should be behind bars just by the mere fact that this shit is still going on your YouTube channel. Why aren't they investigating this? Do you guys know that this tree here is Summer Moon Wells' tree? The information I'm going to show you today, you guys, is quite amazing. Really quite amazing because it is all centered around this child's amazing tree. What I want you to watch as I pull this video so slow as I can, what I really need you guys to look at, how the backyard is filled with these chains. Filled. The dog is connected to the chain. The small dog is connected. The chain is coming not just from the tree. It's coming from, it's like under the ground. Under the ground. There's your chain. Really? The mother of the child that has created complete chaos around the country is showing video like this? Across this video, there are chains right where we saw it the first time in June 15th, 2021. Hanging from the same locations, coming out of the same holes in the ground. This isn't about humane society. This is about being humane. Doing it to humans, doing it to dogs, whatever she's doing this to isn't being stopped. Isn't being stopped. It's going across the property. Oh, let's just put a video out that sometimes we lose, reception and you can't see it. And I walk and everything gets blurry and then it's not blurry. Well, to the law enforcement that's not looking at this, why don't you just stop the video where it's not blurry? And yes, Michelle, they are ripping people apart. They are. Oh, we don't see anything. Really? You're not looking. Every time I click, you guys, the chain gets clearer and clearer. I could tell you that back 2021, for those that weren't here, my whole entire world was turned upside down. I'd say April 2021, when my purpose decided to completely drown out everything else in my life and put me on this path. Put me on this path. I couldn't, question why, because I wouldn't get the answer why. Why? I had to just trust it and I had to follow it. There's no answer for me. Why? I need to trust what has been shown to me. And Jesus, you guys, the things that have been shown to me is everything that is being replayed to me. Candace is replaying it to me. And these chains and this setup is what we were looking at 2021. If they could take a video down within 12 hours, why couldn't they investigate a video within 12 hours? It's all right here. All in here. It's Summer's tree. And these dogs are not doing what you think they're doing. They are not at all. Do you see that chain? That chain is not even by the dog that you think is chained. This right here. So may everything else be deep faked. What I know that's not deep faked are the dogs, the chains, and Candace. Feel it, you guys. Feel and understand that they must be taking this as a joke. She has not. Everyone is still a suspect. And this is the mother. Do you see that little puppy dog? Or whatever you think it is? Chain. That's a chain. This is another dog. Chain. Or it's a human. Or it's a human. These are chains. So why use a why did who put it up there? I'm not even gonna say his channel, but you know who you are. And you've been in this game since the beginning, since I've been in this game, June 15th. And you know who you're the creator who said, Candace took it down because of the Humane Society. You jumped right on that. But guess what? You're also the one that was the very first case that you put out there was Summer Moon Wells. You are one of us. You are one of the very well, how can I say this? Your channel, you created your channel, and the first case that you studied and covered was Summer Moon Wells case. So now all of a sudden I see you on the other side of the wall with all these players that I call playing a game. Because if you've been here also since the beginning, and Summer Moon Wells was the first case that you went over, why the fuck would you have said that? It's a lie. And it makes no sense that someone like you would have said that. This is what's going on. Whatever you think you see here is what you see. See this? That's a whole different dog than the dark black dog. I'm telling you it is. There's other different dogs here. And there's puppy dogs, big dogs, little dogs, and the whole entire video is filled with the chains that you guys said send Humane Society back to her whole entire channel. I expect her channel to be deleted. If you all are telling the truth, then her fucking channel should be deleted. The whole entire thing. All of the videos. All these videos should be gone by the time you're done reporting whoever you reported to and told me that Humane Society took it down. I would think that by the time I'm off today's live, this video that is 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 30 seconds should be deleted, or you're all full of shit. that fast because boom, her video was gone that fast. Let's see how fast it takes you to take this shit down because guess what? These videos are worse than the ones that you took down. The one you took down had information about Summer Moon, not about the dogs. She showed location and information that was key, important information to solving these cases. That's why it was taken down. You see this? This is horrific. So anyone that has any kind of ties to Humane Society, go for it. They're going to know about the case because they already took a video down, allegedly. This whole entire section of her property is covered in chains. Where are these chains going to? Where is all these chains coming from? Look at all the chains. Where are they coming from? If you can't see them, take a screenshot and blow it up. It's called doing your homework. It's doing your homework. You see, this here is evidence that this area that she is taping is covered in chains. And if you think we're going to buy the fact that one of the most important videos that I have kept is now the one that you guys deleted 2 days ago, if you think that I am dumb enough to think that it was taken down because of a chain, no. This property allegedly has shown these chains for over 2 freaking years. And the chains are not coming from the tree. They're coming from everywhere. There are children that have been taken. Hear me. This isn't a joke and it's not funny and it's just disgusting how it's not being taken seriously. There are children that count on channels like ours to help bring justice and help bring the people that are doing this down. When I give information on a piece of property that is covered in chains and no one does anything about it, and it's showing it from the mother of a child that the whole entire country talks about, something's broken in our system. Period. Period. Something is broken if, in fact, this is ignored by a county that is 5 minutes to the front door of this house, and not one person, not one company, not one bulldozer has checked this shit out. The system's broken, and that's why all these children are taken and they don't come back. They just don't. It's It's heart-wrenching to me. And guess what, guys? I'm someone, thank the freaking God above, that I have never had to deal with this personally. And the way that affects me, you would think I have. That is how I know it's my purpose. That's how I know. And this site, what I'm looking at, hurts so bad. It hurts really bad to look at this because intuitively and spiritually, I know what I'm feeling. And my truth comes through my emotions and through my tears and through my emotions. That's called my truth. And I can't stop it. And that's why I'm here. I don't say, "Oh, Monday, I'm going to go do this," instead of going downstairs at 5:30 to cook dinner for my family. It's timing for me. I go on when the timing feels correct. When you see that I say I'm going on in 20 minutes, it's because I really want to go on that very second, but I give myself a moment to take a breath. But this is horrible, is what I could tell you, Am. These kids know about the chains. These chains come and they're connected under the ground and they could be pulled. I've said it since day number one. My vision from back in 2021 doesn't change. You find those little hooks and you pull them, keep pulling them, and you're going to get to the children. That's what I saw. Like these are connected to these boxes that you pull up. And Candace Bly Wells is showing it to me. Is it there? I don't know. Is it not there? I don't know. I've never been on her property. All I know is I see this chain being pulled and a box coming out of the ground, and these are children. That's my truth. And it hits me hard. I keep moving this, and these are not normal dogs. I don't know what this is, but this is not a dog. And the chain, every time you move it, there's chains on every dog. So if you think that this chain is connected to that dog, it's not. There's a chain here and there's a chain here. This is what she shows. Watch. See that? Look at all those chains. So I'm going to replay this and I have it slow. Watch. Watch. Watch the dogs. Look at the chains. Now watch. There's a lot going on here. I call that deep fake. Let me explain to something. This here, this swing, there's one here, there's one here. They're all over the place. This is such an important video that the authorities need to look at. It's Candace that introduced the tree to us. It's Don Wells who introduced all of this. If your daughter, like, why would they even do this? This is, again, another one of her videos that are speaking the Summer Moon Wells story. I know there's deep fake. I know there's information in here that they better remove all these fucking videos or this bitch is going down. Because it is all in the videos. It always has been, and it always will be. This video, you guys don't know what this does to me. All the white piping, it's all the same. All of this. To the authorities, why hasn't this location been bulldozered? I don't get it. Why haven't you even taken a shovel to this? A kindergartner could come up and play the video and be like, well, if I were a part of this group, I would just take my shovel and dig right here. A kindergartner knows better because they would just play the game 1 + 1 is 2. Which picture doesn't belong and which picture tells the truth, and why this doesn't belong because this isn't anywhere in her video. It only belongs if someone put it in there, but it doesn't belong. A kindergartner plays that game. If you line this up to a first grader, they would be able to solve your case. They would tell you where to dig. They would be able to tell you where to dig by looking at these idiotic photos on her video. Right, there's a lot of camouflage, Michelle. There's a lot, and I welcome everyone in. Sorry, I had to get right to it. And this blue thing, I called it from the beginning. Information. This is in every one of their videos. Every one of their videos. It's down the map and the bottom of the mountain, then it's back up, and then there's two on one side, and then it's moved, and then one has spray paint, and one doesn't have spray paint, one has a top, one doesn't have a top. They change. It, like, you would think that all day long they hired someone to move these damn blue things. But this and these chairs. Wait till I show you these chairs in the next video of hers, the 8-minute one. All of a sudden the chairs, they move them. They move them to under a garage next to the tree. Like, it's, you guys, It's heartbreaking. So this here, a lot of it is deep faked. A lot of it is layered information so you don't know where anyone is or anything, right? That's what it is, you guys. So when I talk about following the elements, I talk about stuff like this. Let me show you. The door frames always. But I'll show you. Wait. The dog is down under, just FYI. Mm. So what I'm doing here is this is what I'm showing the authorities. You could get your information here. I don't need to sit here and create more carpal tunnel for my finger. But what I'm telling you to look at is the information I've been telling you to look at for 3 years. And this shit moves, and it is the Summer Moon Wells case, and it has everything to do with how this is being done. And that is the bucket that you're looking at in the back. Now, that. But that's not what you see on the top layer. That's not that. Wait. They're showing it differently because they're lying. It's because they're lying. This is under what I call the deep fake. This isn't that. Brighten it up. But you know what? They could put anything up here they want to put up here because no one does anything about it anyways. That isn't this. See what's in there? A box. It's attached to the car. Oh, well, it's really not there because I really don't see it. Okay, whatever. It's there. So, let me show you. These are the kind of pictures that I like to pull up because the gray area shows me that it's been layered. So if the authorities don't know how to do this, this is how you do it. And what changes throughout the video is your blue bucket. And the blue bucket to me has always been a main event, meaning that this is a critical part of their deep fake. And why do you think I know that? It's because it doesn't stay consistent. And it's in all of their videos. It's on top, it's on the bottom of Ben Hill Drive. It's up top of Ben Hill Drive. It just changes. It's in Molly Golightly's videos. It's in It's in every time Molly Golightly went here, or Bullhorn Benny, or JLR. They always had contact with this thing. It was always some Benny. They all had contact with this thing. It was always showing up, but it never showed up looking the same way in the same video. And I'm showing you that here. It changes. You know, here, even though they kind of, the pictures that kind of slip off of um, the video, like it kind of shows it sort of in the corner, those are the best pictures. Like this. See that shit on top of there? Yeah. Well, it's different. It's different. Not the same. You guys, but it's in the same frame. It's not rocket science at all. It's not rocket science. And this white box is what I call Summer Moon Wells's box. This is the box that Tim Mullen used, as well as Candace used as her icon. Candace used this white box as her icon. Where is it? For her YouTube channel, and then she took it down. Well, of course she took it down because people are like, because I brought it to your attention. This white box. That's the white box that I call Summer Moon's box. Why? Is because they use this white box as their icons, you guys, on their YouTube channels. That box right there. And that box is right in the middle of that sand circle. Now that sand circle, this could be in the middle of the water. This could be at the water hole. We don't know where this is. This white box is the element. And because they have it in the middle of that sand area, that could be anywhere. That part gets deep faked. Tim Mullen can could easily make a blade of grass, just like he says. He's good at it. He's good at the bullshit. That was his job. Tim Mullen's job, you guys, was to create the deep fake. His job, he said it out loud, and he did a pretty good job. Because this doesn't look like that thing. But Tim Mullen's in charge of it. He's the one who was in charge of this. All of this. This chain, another chain, isn't coming from back here. It's coming from under here. See this chain? See this groove? Goes down. Do you see that? Let me show you. Let me show you this. It goes down. So this chain that everyone's probably like, oh, like other people that don't believe, blah, blah, blah. This chain, when you change the coloring just so you could see it, and then the dog, which doesn't look like a fucking dog, you see that the chain is connected to under the ground. And I don't know what the hell that thing is. But this is connected here. Not back there, in here. This is the main chain to whatever the hell this thing is. These are connected in the ground, you guys. You see this chain here? That's not her swing because this is the opposite side of the tree. So that thing isn't a swing. I'm telling you, these are chains. I don't know where they are. I just follow the elements. These are chains coming from the ground. And the person's video that it's showing in, I really wish I could scream it on the top of my lungs, but I think I would terrify my daughter. The mother, the mother of Summer Moon. Those are coming from the ground. You could see the bottom. I don't know what the black thing is, but this here is, you guys, this is another video. So the point of my beginning of this that I'm showing you, the point of this introduction, I call it, is if you're going to take down one video because it had chains, all of these videos have chains. How about go back 3.5 years? They all got chains. Oh, they're chained. Lots of chains. There are lots. And you cannot fool someone like me. I am hooked into you, Candace. I didn't ask to be. I don't know who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. I only am here for the children. I don't care about you. Zero, zilcho about you. All I know is that the children keep showing me your property. And what the fuck is that? Law enforcement, it's in your hands. Because this isn't what she's showing in the video. That is not the top layer. Hear me when I tell you. That here is about the children. The children know what this is. I feel it in the gut of my stomach. This is a bunch of crock of shit that you all have been eating. Does this look like this? Does it? They're within the same video within seconds. And the chairs have a lot to do with it. This is what they're shoveling. This is what the children are showing me. Nothing about this is the same. Wow. 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 It's all in here. So, you know, I know that we have been fighting for this, and sometimes I'm really calm, and sometimes I'm really mean, and like I never know when I'm going to come up here and voice, but what I can tell you is the information in the videos that are still left on her channel that show this information that is outside from this viewpoint would give the authorities, to me, enough information to go bulldozer or ask, hey, I see that this is your house on the top as your deep fake. Where could I find this information? Where could I find this? So we could go bulldozer it. Because that dog there's not chained to the tree. The tree is behind him. This chain is coming this way. It's not over here to the tree. Whole different day, a whole different dog, a whole different child. I don't even have, I say it all the time, I don't have equipment. I don't need to pull the stuff apart because I see this, I could, like I said, I could look at a green, completely green shade of nothingness and tell you the story. I could tell you the story. And if this, can you isolate and enlarge the blue thing? This one, copy. Okay, so yes, thank you for asking. I can do that. So paste. This is this one. That's the large one. Looks like a little house, right? With like a person coming out of it. And there's an M on it. So like everything about this one, this blue one, is very, very different from the one that is on the top layer. So this blue one here looks like this. And this is the one on the top layer. And that has a lot more, this has a lot more lettering on it. But this is shaped differently. It's different. And I think I've made my point about the chains, and I don't know what these things are here. This isn't a dog. This is part of the equipment here. And the chains are connected to the equipment. And this is being allowed. The black thing is a mechanism. Correct, Michelle. Correct. Correct. You're correct. I'm going to brighten this up. This is what's here. It's like a claw. It's like a mechanism, right? But there's your chain and there's your V. Like there's your equipment. Does that look like a dog to you? No. This is your V. Turn it upside down. Right here. And this is the equipment. So she should just her whole entire channel should be given to the authorities. All of this. All of it. So when they tell me that it's about, when they said that they took down that one video, when you piss off the spirits, they really come back hard. And that's when I get really good information, is when you piss them off. And these are the chains, and that's not a dog's head. Just isn't. Change the coloring a little so it's not so bright. There's another chain, and the authorities could figure out what kind of muzzle that is. Is that muzzle on a dog? Is that muzzle on a human? It's on something. It's on something. So Humane Society would love this stuff. I think Humane Society would react quicker than the TBI is going to react to this. It's because it has to do with humans and animals. Whatever they are, they're connected to the chains. It's right there. And this is her video. See, this is a live video. Boop-a-doo. It's on the video. And the chains go across. They don't stop. They're consistently in the video. So yeah. The FBI could rip this whole section. Whatever is right here is urgent. Apart. I just really want you to see the direction in which these chains go. They're coming from, and look at this. This side, again, I'm going to point this out again. This is not her swing. This is on the wrong side, and that's not a swing. Goes all the way up. I'm telling you, you guys, there's some sick shit in here. That's what I know. So that's interesting. What's interesting is the R in here. That is for those that don't know, these R's, turn it this way. Look at that. These R's are like, this is an R and a V, and that's super clear. That's pretty interesting. So that's very telling, you guys. It's very telling. In the middle of all this chaos of what this shit looks like between this thing and that, so when you do your videos, moving left and then moving right gives you different information. Like it's like when I move the cursor to the left and then to the right, it gives me different information. All right, I'm gonna now bring up my little presentation. This again was critical to show you guys. And this is the summer moon wells for those that don't know. She is the center of the universe here at WCIA Network. And I call them the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children because she's the one who has introduced this information. And this is her mother, whose videos continue to hold major amount of information that brings justice to these children. These small little nuggets of information, I call elements from the beginning. Now, it might be tough for some of you guys to see or recognize, but this little face on the top of this can, I call it, it's like a horse face or whatever it is, showed itself in the beginning of Summer Moon. And Candace's video that I am reviewing next, that I've been doing this whole last hour, shows the elements throughout. And I pulled this aside, you guys, 3 years ago. And I'm like, this is going to be really important. And it's like a little animal piece, you know, like a nugget. This is really more, it's all for you guys, of course, but what I pulled up, again, this is the same information I've been pulling up. This is from Candace's video. I want them to realize and recognize that this is no different from any other video of information I've shown you that shows this angle from under a garage. This is supposed to be from under, I think, the overhead from her doorway, because these are the cars. What's up on top? It's time that this stuff is seriously looked at. This, you can't tell me that this stuff is above her shed, and this car is little, and mainly, why are the cheers following the situation? Those cheers, you're telling me, those white cheers that I tell you guys are critical, these traveled? These traveled to the next scene? No, they didn't. No, they didn't travel. These are elements. And those elements stay consistent. They stay consistent, you guys. Look. These are layers. I am telling you, these are layers, shots taken from the front of her doorway that's showing underground. Under the ground. This, to the authorities, brighten it up. Look. Look at the triangles. Look in the corners. Look what's in the corner. My little element that Summer Moon spiritually showed me. I don't give a shit what this is. It's pointing out information right here, which is at this corner, at this corner, at this corner, at this corner. Man. Take these videos and take them seriously. Look at them. This here, what I call trophies, placement of trophies. She is showing this right outside the same window as we've been looking at here. Elements stay the same. The story stays the same. Go beneath the surface. Go inside the surface. Do what it's telling you to do. Turn this stuff Let me try to brighten this up without ruining it. Follow the light. Follow this information. She gives it. She's giving this to us. This room, to me, is a hidden doorway behind the door of a door. Look to the right. You have your chair. You have your number 5 box. You have your elements. But look out the door. Look at how the car is elevated. Elevated as if you're looking at it from under. This, you're looking in a fucking dungeon. See that? It's in the distance. This is supposed to be Candace taking pictures from her wherever she's sitting. From here. Guess what? I told you 3 years ago, it's behind the door of the door of the door. And I said, follow the hinges. There's doorway. Follow what she's showing. Follow it. Follow the fact that this, what she's showing you, is exactly what she's showing you from here, but they're looking the opposite direction. They're looking out from here. Make sense of this photo if you think that this is normal. Oh, it's normal, all right, to the children that are hiding, to the victims that are underneath looking out. That's a car. There's nowhere in the video where Candace is sitting to take a video of this that would make sense. Yes, it's the opening that is commute the Wells home. I don't know what that means, but this is an opening to the Wells home. So I could show you in a video. She shows, and I actually think I took a snapshot of this, the opening where she's sitting. There are 2 different angles, and one angle is like something that it doesn't exist, like in the doorway. To the left and to the right, they're different. It's different bits of information. Let me see if I have it in here. Candace deleted. Let's see. Interesting. See, even this here, there's your chair and stuff. This here doesn't even show it this way. This way, everything is elevated up. I want to see if I have a photo of her sitting in the doorway. If not, I could show it to you on the video. Let's see. No, I'll continue. So important. And there's that little thing in the middle, you know, that I've been following, that little robot thing. Right in the middle. It's like a robot thing. And it's like that's a window. This is like this is almost like, you know what this is like? The Tim Mullen window. You know how I showed you Tim Mullen in his office? I'm like, he's really looking out of a window that makes sense to me. Like, let's see, Tim Mullen. Sometimes I could find things quickly. Sometimes I cannot. It was in his office, and his office looked, oh, Tim Mullen house. Nope. My God, I marked these things so funny. They're like marked in ways that I thought I would know, but um, 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 um. You know, if you go back, I've got so many videos, right? Look at all my Tim Mullins videos. They're very informative, needless to say. Well, anyways, I have a picture of Tim Mullen that I happen to like a lot. It tells a great deal of information. It reminds me of this here. Anyways, I went over all this. This is a part that I decided to show you live because the chains were way important for you to look at. You know, the chains, there's a lot of things chained to these chains. Look at the middle one. I think I showed you enough that you see that there are issues that need to be looked at and not ignored. The video was the best way of showing you guys. So happy I did that. And if you're, please put your thumbs up. Remember, oh, you guys are doing good with that. This is the section that either covers things up well, whatever's underneath it, it tells the truth, but I get the most information about what's going on through this viewpoint, through this area of her videos. Oh, this is it. Okay, so when you look at the video at this part of the video, and the screen tends to split. This here to the right becomes becomes this room. Let me show you. Let me open this up. It's as if she's sitting and there's two rooms. The one to the left is a room, but the one to the right is a room. See? And a red door. So it's like Candace is showing a split in the room. That she's sitting on a porch and there's another room to the right and there's a room to the left. The room that she shows to the left is like Summer's room or something, but it doesn't make sense, basically, is what I'm saying. Here, again, information that is critical. The 2 chairs stay here, but I want you to really look at what's the most important thing to me that I get out of this is this area here that doesn't exist in the video. And there's your 2 chairs. The wood framing, the wood frame to the mud. The frame around the mud. And again, you could see this is the same circumstance. This is the same information, and these 2 fucking chairs are still here. You don't find that strange? I don't, because the chairs, the children know about these chairs. I showed you these chairs. I said these chairs were part of the swing video. It's right there. Very critical. I think if the authorities want to hone in on anything, I would start looking at her videos. This is what I'm going to go over next. I keep saying it, but I keep getting sidetracked. These are the families I follow. These are the families I follow. And this has to be next because of this girl who just was thrown in jail. I pegged her as one of these girls. And this is the influencer that was just thrown in jail. When you look at this girl's past, you'll see that she started 11 years ago. They started prepping her. And I don't know when I'm going to do it, maybe the next one, but they started prepping her 11 years ago. She was a model, but the information that I gather is no different than any of the families that I'm following. It's the same. So this stuff really started long, long, long ago. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen with all of this, nor am I sure if it's ever going to stop. But we're just going to continue putting light on it, right? That's what we're going to keep doing. So, to all the Summer Moonwell's missing children, right? To all the victims that we are here to help bring justice to, I really, really, really hope that today made a difference. I hope that it made a difference and that this brings a little bit more justice than yesterday. This is our little Summer Moonwells. Thank you all for being here. Muffin Top, thank you once more. And we'll keep pushing along. Thank you all. God bless you all. And see you again soon. Good night, guys.